Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe, and you are all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you stand before me this morning, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will stay with you through each stage of these proceedings, up until changed by you, if you plea out to your case, or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a warrant or a new charge. Either way, you are given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like the public defender to represent you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, I will appoint the public defender's office this morning. You are entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't had the opportunity to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your attorney know where you are, please let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. That was the back row. Raise your right hand, please. Thank you. Swear or affirm the testimony before the court this morning will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Camilla Bell. Hi, Ms. Bell. Can I have your date of birth, please?
10/16/85.
All right, you were here this morning for a retail theft. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender's office.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Ms. Bell, I do see that you have an open case here, 2017 CF 2406. I believe that's an open case in front of Judge Toner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set your bond $1,000 on this current case because you are still entitled to bond on that case, and I need to do a recommitment of you on that other case, which means there's probable cause to believe that you committed a crime while you were out on bond on that first case of 2017 CF 2406. So I'm going to RCO you on that, and we'll see you back to court on both of your cases on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
What does that mean? So
it means you're not getting out of jail. You need to go see Judge Toner in January, and you can talk to him about it. Ileana Santos.
Morning.
Hi, Ms. Santos. Can I have your date of birth?
4/1989.
Okay, Ms. Santos, you were here this morning for obtaining controlled substance by fraud. The bond is currently $2,000, and there's 2 counts of those. The bonds are $2,000 each. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender?
I already spoke to a public defender, I think.
Okay, but you have an open case. Do you have a public defender representing you on that case?
I have 2 cases, so I have the public defender.
Okay.
I got it.
All right, we'll make sure that they're appointed on these cases as well,
Yeah,
okay?
please, thanks.
All righty. Okay, I do see she has the open case, but the date of offense is back in 2016, but the arrest was just now, so it predates her pending charge. Other than that, what is her prior record?
Just showing an arrest from about 2 weeks ago at an FTA, probably at her current case, I'm guessing. So I'm showing Judge.
Okay.
She's got a court date today for fixing on that violation.
Okay. All right, these would all go to Judge Toner. She's got a pending case, 2017 CF 2537, with an offense date of November 20th. But what she's being arrested for today, the offense date is November and December 2016. So I can't really RCO her. So what I'm going to do is, Ms. Santos, I'm going to set your bond at $4,000 on each of these cases. You are set right now for December 18th in front of Judge Toner on your felony cases. We're going to set all your cases for December 18th.
All right.
just so we can get them to start tracking together.
Will I be able to bond out to get an attorney and get everything started?
Well, you have an attorney, you have the public defender's office. If you want to bond out, that's up to you, but your total bond for today is $8,000.
All right.
Miranda Cloud?
Your Honor,
Yes.
for Bell, I think she has 2 more cases.
Okay.
A second affidavit.
All right, let me check it out. Go. Oh, yeah, I missed one. Is she still there? There you are. Ms. Bell, we also have you here this morning for possession of controlled substance and possession of drug paraphernalia. The bonds are currently $5,000 and $1,000. I'm going to set those bonds at $10,000 and $2,000. We still have the RCO and 2017 CA Act 2406. In this case, will be set with the other ones, which is January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning, okay? There's probable cause for your arrest on those as well. And we have Miranda Cloud. Ms. Cloud, can I have your date of birth?
8/1982.
All right, you were here this morning for 3 counts of aggravated assault. The bonds are $5,000 each. Driving on a suspended driver's license, the bond is $1,000. And fleeing and eluding police officer, the bond is $15,000. That's right. Or is that $5,000? Sorry, it's $5,000. All right, I did find probable cause for your arrest on all of those. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender at this time.
Provision point the public defender's office. State.
2001 out of Pasco, leaving the scene. Sort of driving on a restricted license. 2002, uttering and a probation violation. Looks like she's a convicted felon from that. 2005, sale of methamphetamine and possession of methamphetamine. Conviction. ×2 on the sales. And conviction on the possession. She violated her probation on that. Twice. 2007, dealing in stolen property and uttering out of Pasco. 2008, no valid. 2013, violated her probation on the uttering. She was sent to prison for that. 2016, false imprisonments, which is a conviction, as well as misdemeanor battery in the same case. 2017 out of Sumter, resisting without, and paraphernalia. Conviction on both of those. 2017, she violated her probation on that. That's all I'm showing, Judge.
Okay. Ms. Cloud, I have an address for you on Louise Road in Dade City. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
All right. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right. All right. For the 3 counts of aggravated assault, I'm going to set your bond at $10,000 each. For the driving on suspended driver's license, your bond is $2,000. And for the fleeing to elude a police officer, your bond is $10,000. That's a total of $42,000. We'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Melanie Cox. Ms. Cox, can I have your date of birth?
9/20/87.
All right, you were here this morning for a violation of probation. Looks like you were placed on probation by Judge Toner, and he signed a warrant for a violation of probation on November 9th. So there is probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender's office.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. We're going to keep your bond at no bond right now. We'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Linda Ann DiPaolo. Mr. Paulo, can I have your date of birth, please?
10/14/77.
All right, looks like you have some things going on in Pasco County.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, it looks like there's 3 outstanding charges on that, so. All right, Pasco County wants no bond right now until you get over there, so we're going to keep you no bond. and they're going to come get you within the next 5 days. When you go over there, you can ask for a public defender and a court date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Alicia Griffin. And Ms. Griffin, can I have your date of birth?
11/4/88.
All right, you were here this morning for a violation of probation. It looks like you were placed on probation by Judge Toner. He signed a warrant for the violation of probation on May 4th of this year, and he wants you held no bond for that. So there's probable cause for your arrest. We're going to hold you no bond. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you on this?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Adam Crossley. Mr. Crossley, can I have your date of birth?
11/21/78.
Okay, you were here this morning for a violation of probation. Looks like you were placed on probation for petty theft by me, looks like, and that you
Yes.
violated that probation, and I signed a warrant on November 30th. Is there an offer for him to resolve this? What was the probation looking for?
45 days.
Okay, probation's looking for 45 days. If you want to resolve this case, we'll give you credit for the time that you have in. Is that something you want to go ahead and do?
I'm sorry, 45 days?
That's probation's recommendation, based on the facts and circumstances of the case and what you did or did not do on probation. You can accept that offer today, or you can set a court date. I'll appoint the public defender, and we'll see you back to court on another day. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office?
Yes, please.
Appoint the public defender's office. We're going to keep it at no bond right now. We'll see you back to court January 3rd at 9 a.m. We also have you here for a violation of probation for a tampering with electronic device, 2 counts, and then a petty theft. You were placed on probation for that at the same time, and I signed that warrant on the same day. So we'll do the same thing on that case. I'll appoint the public defender's office, hold you no bond, and see you back to court January 3rd at 9 a.m. John Dominguez. Mr. Dominguez, can I have your date of birth?
5/22/1969.
Okay, you were here this morning for driving while your license is suspended or revoked, and then possession of paraphernalia. I did find probable cause for both of those. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Hire an attorney.
All right. John as well. Hire state. Does he have a prior record?
(2015) out of Hernando, grand theft, some sort of falsely identifying himself as a contractor.
What?
Out of Massachusetts, some sort of driving offense. That's all I'm showing, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Dominguez, I have an address for you on Pallaway in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, it is.
How long have you lived there?
About a month and a half now.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Where did you live before you moved into the Pallaway address? Was it Hernando County?
Yes, 8967 Cary Way.
All right.
4.5 years I was there.
Okay. On the driving unsuspended, I'll go ahead and give you a bond of $100. We'll see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m. On the possession of paraphernalia, I'm going to keep the bond at $1,000 on that. And we're going to see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m. on both cases, okay?
Thank you.
Caleb Bayer. Mr. Bayer, can I have your date of birth?
2/23/91.
Alrighty. You are here today for a violation of probation. Looks like Sarasota.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So what we're going to do, they want no bond on that right now. We're going to hold you no bond on that until they come get you. When you get over there, you can ask for a public defender and a court date, okay?
Got it.
Alrighty. Matthew Batta. Good morning, Mr. Batta. Can I have your date of birth?
7689.
You are here this morning for a retail theft. The bond is currently $500. They did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
2016 on Newport Richie, paraphernalia, in possession of cocaine. 2017, Dwillis, second or subsequent. Looks like 2017 on Hernando, an FTA, fleeing to elude, resisting without. Convictions on those, violated his probation back in July. Not sure if he has a pending case or not, Judge. We're showing an arrest from about 2 weeks ago on paraphernalia and tampering with evidence here in Hernando.
Is the clerk showing an open case? I don't see any notes. All right, Mr. Batt, I have an address for you on Barclay Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how long have you lived there?
About 10 years, 12 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
All right, state.
Judge, I'm showing a couple of open cases. One in front of you, set to come back on the 13th for arraignments.
Do you have a case number?
2017 CT 4219. And then 2017 CF 2533 in front of Judge Toner. Come back for arraignment on the 18th.
Was that 2013? Case number? 2017 CF.
4219 for the one in front of Your Honor.
Okay, what's the CF one in front of Judge Turner?
CF 2533. That's 2017.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Mr. Batta, there appears to be probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out free on these two open cases. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you a bond on this pending case because you are entitled to bond on that case. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. For these open cases, 2017 CT 2533 and 2017 CF 2017 CF 2533 and 2017 CT 4219. Is that right? Okay, that's backwards. We're going to RCO you on both of those, which means you're not going to get out of jail. At this time, you cannot bond out, and we'll see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m. on this case. Actually, can we set that with, when was his misdemeanor case set for, December 13th?
Yes, Your Honor, for arraignment.
Okay, now it's in front of me, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we're going to set this case. It appears that you're charged with a misdemeanor at this point. We'll set your case on December, but it wouldn't be, okay, yeah, December 13th, 2017 at 9 a.m. We'll see you back to court then, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Michael Bieber. Good morning, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
7984.
Okay. You are here today for 2 counts of worthless checks. Their bond are $750 each. It looks like these are out of Pinellas County. And Pinellas County has a $750 bond on each of these cases. Are you from Pinellas? Do you live in Pinellas?
I do not.
Okay, I have an address for you on Tampa Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes.
All right. I don't know how, well, it looks like these warrants might be pretty old, from maybe 2011. Nevertheless, Pinellas will come and pick you up within the next 5 days and bring you down there if you can't bond out. I'm going to leave the bonds the same at $750 each. If you do bond out here, then you can go down to Pinellas and try to figure out what's going on and get a court date from them. If you're unable to bond out, they'll come pick you up and bring you down there. When you get down there, you can ask for an attorney and a court date, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Michael LaRocca? Morning, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
12383.
Okay, you were here this morning for driving under the influence, refusal to submit, and for having an unregistered motor vehicle. I did find probable cause for those. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay. Provision appoint the public defender to represent you. State.
Your Honor, I'm having a tough time believing that all of this is him. But it's saying it is a lifetime of crime.
Okay. Mr. LaRocca, I have an address for you on Gulf Boulevard in Reddington Shores, Florida. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
All my life.
All right.
Always just helping somebody move.
Okay. All right. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I own my own tree business.
All right. For the driving under the influence, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. For the refusal to submit, I'm going to keep the bond at $1,000. And for the unregistered motor vehicle, I'm going to keep it at $500. We're going to see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m. I've appointed the public defender. If you're unable to bond out, someone will come out and see you, okay?
So how much is my bond altogether?
$4,000.
So you raised my bond, actually?
I did, sir. Tyrone Leach. Hi, Mr. Leach. Can I have your date of birth?
06/04/1991.
Okay, you were here this morning on a driving unsuspended driver's license. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Did you want to hire somebody, represent yourself, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay, I'll provisionally appoint the public defender to represent you. State.
Sure, two cases, Judge, but as far as this history goes, 2011 grand theft out of Hillsborough, 2014 FTAs out of Pasco on misdemeanors, 2015 out of Hillsborough, Dwillis, 2016 out of Pasco, a violation of probation of some sort, 2016 possession of cannabis under 20, looks like that was dropped, 2016 out of Tampa, failure to return leased property. That's all I can confirm this morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Leach, I have an address for you on Heather Boulevard in Wekiwachi. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
About a year.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I work for a fencing company as a foreman.
Okay. For the driving on a suspended driver's license, I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. You're also here for a possession of marijuana. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you, and I'm going to set your bond at $2,000 in that case. We'll see you back to court in both of these cases on January 3rd at 9 a.m. Joel Medevere. And Mr. Medevere, can I have your date of birth, please?
3/29/82.
You were here this morning for possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. I did find probable cause for both of those. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll provisionally appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. State.
2006 out of Brooksville, possession of cannabis with intent, which is a withhold. 2012 Willis, 2014 DV, it's a conviction. 2015 violated his probation. 2016 simple battery, conviction. 2016 an FTA. 2017, back in September, controlled substance without prescription and paraphernalia. Looks like that was dropped. That's all I can confirm this morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Medivir, I have an address for you on Linwood Ave in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yeah.
How long have you lived there?
5 years.
Do you have a job?
No.
Did you say yes?
Not right this month.
Okay.
Not this moment.
All right. I hear you. All right. I'm going to set the possession of methamphetamine at $20,000 and the possession of drug paraphernalia would keep it $1,000. We'll see you back to court on these cases on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. I've appointed the public defender. If you're unable to bond out, someone will come out and see you, okay?
Okay.
Carlos Reyes. Hi, sir. Can I have your date of birth?
1587.
All right. You were here this morning for a domestic battery and a criminal mischief. I did find probable cause for both of those, and those are based on a warrant signed by Judge Scaglione on August 5th of 2016. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
2014 out of Pasco, DUI. 2009 burglary of a structure. Burglary of a structure. Looks like that was dropped. 2009 out of Pasco, no ballot. 2005 out of Pinellas, burglary. Looks like that was knocked down to trespass, withhold. That's all I can confirm this morning, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Reyes, I have an address for you on Deb Street in Port Richey. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
4 years.
Okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, I do.
What kind of work do you do?
Underground utility construction.
Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to set your bond on this case at $2,500 for the domestic battery, $1,000 for the criminal mischief. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Melissa Pimentel, okay? That means do not call her, do not write her, do not email her, do not have any contact with her whatsoever. If you see her out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. If she calls you on the phone, you should hang up the phone. Do not have anyone else try to have any contact with her because that would be third-party contact. If you have any contact with her while this case is pending, you will be arrested on a new charge of violating the no-contact order, and you will be held without bond. Do you understand that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I've spoken to her in over a year, so
Okay, okay. So I'm going to hold you today until 4 p.m. in case she wants to file an injunction against you, and at that time, you feel free to bond out. I've appointed the public defender's office, so make sure to get in touch with them, and we'll see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m., okay?
Wait, so you said wait till 4 o'clock?
You have to wait till 4 o'clock, yes. She needs to be notified of your arrest and given the opportunity to file an injunction against you, okay?
All right.
All right. Luis Santiago. Hi, Mr. Santiago. Can I have your date of birth?
12/18/84.
You're here this morning for possession of methamphetamine and tampering with evidence or witness. The bonds are $10,000 and $2,000. I did find probable cause for those. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
A PD.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
Sorry, Your Honor, I don't have a history in front of me on him.
Okay. I have an address for you on Fair Oak Street in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No.
Where do you live?
On Carrot Street. 0031 Carrot Street.
0031
Cara Street, Spring Hill, Florida.
How long have you lived there?
About 8 years on and off. It's my mom's house.
Okay. So where did we get this Fair Oak Street address? Did you ever live there?
I stayed there a couple of months. My ex-girlfriend.
Okay, okay. Do you have a job these days?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a barber.
All right, I'm going to keep your bond at $10,000 on the possession of methamphetamine and $2,000 on the tampering. Total of $12,000, and we'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Derek Stalker. Mr. Stalker, can I have your date of birth?
9790.
All right, you are here for a grand theft. I did find probable cause for that. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
PD.
All right. Do you have the public defender's office in your other case?
Pardon?
Do you have the public defender's office already appointed in your other case?
No. No.
Do you have a private attorney in that case?
No.
You're representing yourself?
No. I
Okay.
need a PD in the other case as well.
All right. I'm going to give you a bond in this case because you're entitled to a bond in this case. I'll set your bond at $4,000. However, you do have an open case, 2017 CT 3391. So I'm going to recommit you on that case, which means you're going to be held no bond on that case until you come back to court in front of me on December 12th at 9 a.m. We're going to keep that for December 12th. And this case that you're here for today, we'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. And it's got a bond of $4,000 and I'm going to the public defender. Paul Warren. Hi, Mr. Warren. Can I have your date of birth?
3475.
All right. You are here for a grand theft. I did find probable cause for your arrest. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on December 1st of this year. Did you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Your Honor, this case is already in Pasco County. It's the same charge. And I've already got a public defender on that case.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender in this case as well. State.
Showing an arrest out of Marion County in September on petty theft. 2017 out of Pasco, grand theft. That was back in October. The rest of the stuff I can't confirm this morning.
Okie dokie. All right,
I'm sorry, Your Honor, it looks like quite a record out of Alabama.
Okay. All right, Mr. Warren, I have an address for you on Mark Road in Dade City. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how long have you lived there?
I moved there right before the storm, but I got a 10-year lease on it.
Okay,
I just moved out from Mobile, Alabama.
gotcha. All right, do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What kind of work do you do?
WH Landscaping and Tree Service. I'm the sole proprietor.
All righty. All right, I'm going to keep your bond at $5,000, okay? And we're just going to see you back to court on January 2nd. I've appointed the public defender's office, so if you feel like there's some type of double jeopardy and you've been charged somewhere else for this same crime, you need to share that information with your public defender, and they will get right on that, okay?
Is there any way you can combine the two or something so I ain't got to keep bouncing back and forth between the two counties?
I can't do that at this point. I don't have the jurisdiction to do that, but there's a public defender here. He's writing everything that you said down, and he's going to make sure that it's looked into, okay?
Thank you.
Billy Whitmore. Hi, Mr. Whitmore. Can I have your date of birth?
12/26/1962.
All right. You are here this morning for a DUI. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want a public defender?
Public defender.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office. I am showing that it's a third DUI. State other than the 2 prior DUIs, what else are you showing?
Battery 2001. That's all I'm showing, Judge, and the DUIs.
Okay. All right, Mr. Whitmore. I have an address for you on Tampa Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
8 years.
All right. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Public supermarket.
All righty. All right. Well, I have to tell you, Mr. Whitmore, your bond is currently $2,500. I'm going to double it because I'm concerned about the fact that this looks like your third DUI. And I'm going to raise it because although you don't have a big prior record, I need to look out for the concerns of the community and make sure that they are safe and that the bond reflects that. So I'm going to double it to $5,000. We'll see you back to court on January 3rd at 9 a.m. Make sure to reach out to your public defender, okay?
Thank you.
All righty. Michael Wiggs.
Ma'am.
And Mr. Wiggs, can I have your date of birth?
11/18/72.
You are here this morning for an aggravated stalking and a violation of protection for domestic violence. Currently, there's no, I guess there's 4 counts of each. If I'm reading that correctly, so 8 counts altogether. Currently, there's no bond on any of those 8 counts. But I did find probable cause. Did you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State.
Yeah, I'm showing he currently has an open charge with the same victim, violation DV injunction. And I'm prepared to make an argument for RCO if the judge would like me to do that.
What is the case number?
2017 MM. I believe it's 2908.
And that charges a violation of an injunction?
Yes, Your Honor, same victim.
And what is the... This is based on a warrant. This is a date of offense of August 18th, 2017. So what is the date of offense on that open case?
August 18th. He bonded out on August 18th. The date of offense, I believe, it's the same date, Your Honor.
So he bonded out and then?
Yes, since bonding out from the misdemeanor charge, Your Honor, we count over 700 contacts or attempts to contact that same victim. Over 700. We charged it, I believe, with 4 charges. One for text messages, one for telephone, one for emails, but all told, we could have charged him 700 times. He's arrested for battering in July, I believe, with the exact same victim, which started this ball rolling.
Okay.
He has other history too, Judge.
All righty. All right, Mr. Wiggs, I have an address for you in Albany Road in Weekiwachi. Is that where you live?
Correct.
How long have you lived there?
5 years.
Do you have a job?
I do, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Wiggs, I do think there's probable cause to believe that you committed another crime while you were out on bond on 2017 MM2908. Do we know when that court date is set for? December 7th? All right. I'm going to recommit you on that case. You're not able to bond out on that case, but you're keeping the same court date, December 7th, in front of Judge Hitson for that. On these cases that we're here for today.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I may. I'm not sure if the warrant reflects a misdemeanor or felony. I believe it should have been entered as a felony, but I think the clerk's department entered it as a misdemeanor.
It's got a felony case number.
Okay.
2017 CF 2574.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, you're entitled to a bond on those cases. There's 8 counts altogether. I'm going to give you a bond of $5,000 on each count. It's a total of $40,000. I'll see you back to court on that case on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. And Mr. Wiggs,
Yes, ma'am.
do not have any contact with Amanda.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand what no contact means, Mr. Wiggs?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, don't say anything about the facts of the case, but I want to make sure that you know that means no phone calls, no text messaging, no Facebook, no Twitter, no social media. Don't do it at all. Do not have anyone else do it. Any way that you can imagine having contact with Amanda, I forbid you to do so. If you do it again, you can continually be charged for these crimes. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Does it mean that I can't bond out?
You're unable to bond out at this time. I've recommitted you on the pending case that you had open, the 2017 MM2908. You can talk to Judge Hitzman about that, and I've set your bond at $40,000 total on the other cases.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay?
Thank you.
And I guess technically we'll do a hold till 4.
Thank you, Judge.
Branton Wilbur. Oh, you know what? Can we address Mr. Wiggs again? Rich,
Yes, Your Honor.
Were those contacts all electronic, or were they him going to her house and stuff?
These are copies of letters sent snail mail.
Is there any allegation of him going anywhere near her in any of this?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
think
just saying,
the lawyer
if
addressed
there
that.
was, then I would do a GPS if you have anything like that today. But if not, then I guess
I don't know,
Judge
Judge.
Toner can address that. Okay. All right. Wilbur Branton. Mr. Branton, can I have your date of birth?
3/16/72.
Okay. You were here this morning for a felony possession of marijuana and driving on a suspended driver's license. I did find probable cause for both of those. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay. I'd like the public defender's office to represent you, state.
Yeah, I'm showing a host of aliases, so I'm not positive as to what is his and what isn't at this juncture. But again, a lifetime of crime. 40 pages here.
Okay. Mr. Branton, I have an address for you on Edgemere Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
No, ma'am. I live on Azora Road in Spring Hill.
Azora Road in Spring Hill? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have a job these days?
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a welder.
Okay. For the felony possession of marijuana, I'm going to set your bond at $6,000. And for the driving a suspended driver's license, I'll keep it at $1,000. We'll see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Make sure to get in touch with your attorney, okay?
Yes.
Justin Beard. Mr. Beard, can I have your date of birth?
August 1492.
Okay, you were here this morning for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Toner on June 9th, 2017, so there is probable cause for your arrest. He wants no bond on that. We're going to keep you at no bond at this time, and we're going to see you back to court on January 2nd at 8:30 in the morning. Did you want me to make sure the public defender is on your case?
I think I have to pay attorney too.
I'm sorry?
I had to pay attorney for the when I got on probation. I think.
Okay, you're going to hire a private attorney for this?
Yes.
Okay, who are you going to hire?
William Dayton.
Okay. All right, see you back to court January 2nd.
I appreciate it.
Judge, that might be a misdemeanor. Reading the affidavit signed by Judge Connor, but it said those were misdemeanor DUI.
They just put down. It's got a CF number on the PC affidavit.
I'm just reading the
Yeah,
affidavit.
16 CF 1231, signed by Judge Toner. Yeah, he may have applied out to Mr. Biddy, but it was placed on DOC probation. That's why you get paid the big bucks. Figure that out. Richard Jericho. And Mr. Jericho, you are here because you have a bodily attachment, which means the state is alleging you haven't paid your child support. There's a purge amount on that of $670. So what's going on? Have you been working?
I had just moved into town because I have no vehicle and whatnot. I just started a job. I got all the paperwork done just yesterday, actually, to start at the labor ready place up there off Jefferson. Because I've been putting in applications everywhere, but it seems like nobody's wanting to hire until after the first of the year. So,
when was the last time you worked?
Yesterday was the first day I worked.
How much did you make yesterday?
I only made like maybe $40.
Do you live by yourself?
What's that?
You live by yourself?
A friend of mine just gave me a place to stay, a room off of out of a house in his backyard there, in close to town because I don't have a vehicle. He gave me a bicycle so I could make it back and forth to work. Just lost all that last night because the officer wouldn't take me down two houses from where they picked me up to tell the guy to come pick my bicycle up. So I lost that. I was going to get me a headlight and whatnot for my bicycle so I could make it back and forth to work at the labor ready place.
All right. Who pays for your food and your other needs?
I was staying with my father before then. I was getting food stamps, but then I got off of that. So.
All right. Can you come up with any money in order to get out of jail, Richard?
I had $25 on me when I came in there.
Okay.
I have no contact where I can get a hold of somebody. But I was gonna start going to the labor place today, so then I can have some money so I can start paying my child support on my kids. And it's like.
Okay, so you can come up with that $25 in order to get out of jail?
What's that? If I had it in my account, if they didn't take it and do something with it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the purge is $670, and I understand if you don't have that, I understand that you can't come up with the full thing, and that you're just trying to get your stuff together now. So if you have $25 on you, here's what's going to happen. I find that you are in willful contempt because you have the ability to work and you just haven't done so. If you're able to do labor-ready work, obviously you're physically able to work. That during the non-payment, you've been able-bodied and able to work. So I'm going to find you in contempt. I'm going to find that you have the ability to pay a purge. And that purge is going to be $25. So you're going to be incarcerated in the Hernando County Jail for a period of 10 days or until you pay $25, okay?
Thank you.
All right. John Obremski.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Attorney Neal.
Here we have Mr. Obremski. Judge, Mr. Obremski is on for a misdemeanor resisting arrest case. What happened was he was arrested on a number of charges, including that charge on November 9th. He's been in custody ever since. He had his arraignment on Monday. What worked out with the state was they ended up null-processing that case, and they remanded the one misdemeanor count that's before you over in the new case, which is what he has presently. And they're agreeable to resolve the case by way of a plea of no contest and time served. So we'd like to do that today.
Good. We'd like to be related.
Motion granted. All right, so how much time does he have in? 30?
Since November 9th, so it would be 22 days in November and, I guess another 28 days.
28? All right. Mr. Obremski, you want to take care of your case today?
Yes.
Okay, raise your right hand for me. Oh, we already did this, right? Did I already swear you in?
You did.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And you're John Obremski?
Yes, I am.
All right. You understand by taking care of this case today that you're giving up a right to go to trial?
Yes.
You're giving up a right to confront witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up a right to have the state prove the crime against you. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you want to give up all of your rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yeah.
Did you have enough time to speak to your attorney?
Not really.
Okay, did you have any questions for him before we go forward with this plea?
Is this how we want to proceed?
This is a time-served disposition. You understand that that one involved your case is over today and that you are releasable on this charge today?
Yes.
Okay. All right, with regard to, was it resisting without violence? Is that
It
what the
was.
charge is? With regard to the resisting without violence, how do you plead? You can plead no contest. You
You can plead no contest, John. Is that what you want to do? You want to plead no contest?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 28 days in the Hernando County Jail, 28 days credit for time served. You'll have fines and court costs in the amount of $503. Okay. And the cost of incarceration will all be assessed against you. You want to make your way down to the clerk of court and make payment arrangements for all of those things when you get out. Is there a cost of investigation?
There's a charge for Hernando County Sheriff's Office, amount of $365.60.
Okay, there's also the cost of incarceration to the, cost of investigation, to the Hernando County Sheriff's Office for $365.63. So you're going to make your way down to the clerk of court. You're on the first floor of the courthouse, and you can enter into a payment plan for all of these things when you get out, okay?
Yes.
All right, good luck. 365.63. Right? Oh.
That's what he showed me.
Sorry.
I saw it in writing.
All right. Did we get everyone at the jail?
60.
Yes, we did.
All right, have a good day.